the Philippines where sunlight gleams, Brian Tess and family dreams. By the shorelines, kids at play in a tropical bright array.
Morning, YouTubers. In the words of the immortal Willie Nelson, on the road again. Yeah, we got the right-hand wheel bearing replaced yesterday, which was the one that was causing all the noise. The left-hand one's not noisy, but I've got it ready to replace, and we just decided to do a quick road test and drive it 75 k's out here to Barlud. So this is the road that those of you who have been following us from the start will remember that they sent the bulldozers out here and bulldozed all this, and it was actually about 40 feet wide and beautiful, and then they've done nothing. They're going to need to bring the dozers back out here and re-spend all the money, the taxpayers' money that was already spent to do the road the first time. Up further along on the hill, it's still quite good, and the road-based material they've used is much better. Here they didn't put anything down, they just bulldozed through it and left it exactly as it is. So we're back out here at Barlud, and I'm going to go and get a cup of coffee. Just another display of the lack of quality products here. You can see what the Typhoon did. Somebody started to build a little place here in the field, and you can see that roofing iron, if for want of a better word, it's just blowing in the wind like paper. There's only a very slight breeze here at the moment. You can see the grass blowing in the breeze. That breeze is just lifting that. It's like aluminium foil. It really is. It's just, you could wrap your fish in that and cook it. It's seriously extremely thin, poor quality, and you see again why so much damage happens here when there's a typhoon, and it ends up costing them more money anyway. If they'd have invested extra money in good quality roofing iron, they wouldn't have to replace it again now. The boys have been working with the mould still, making the blocks. Some of them are here, some have been shifted here, another stack around here. So we haven't got them moved over there yet. We're going to have to get Uncle Ray's truck out here and get the boys to load them on the truck, and get the truck out here and we just load them all, or as many as we can on the truck. Do a few trips with the truck rather than 100 trips with a carabao and a sled. Old school. This is the mould the boys have been using. This is the whacker for packing down the concrete, and this is the actual hollow block mould. Fairly basic, which is why you get basic blocks. Ati Murin is busy working again. Every time we come here, you're washing.
Of course.
Someone has to do it, right?
Be, come here, Be. Baby Kyle. Come. Huh? Bless.
Bless, Tita.
God bless you. Kiss.
Good boy. And it's been 4 weeks, almost to the day, since we were out here last before we got the car fixed. And these are the rice fields that Manoi was using the Caliglig on, and Papang was just seeding. So you can see the rice has all started to shoot now. All those rice fields back up the hill have all been planted. Progress. Our rice fields have been planted too, but we'll have a look at that when we get over there. And I'm not sure if you can actually see the guys, these rice fields on the other side of the road up the hill over towards our land. If you can just see Papang and Manoi Ato up there. Been met with some sad news when we got here this morning, talking about the dangers here I'll tell you a little story. One of the workers from here, from the rice fields, was found shot dead yesterday morning in a rice field not far from here. He wasn't actually working. He's been working for Papang for many years, Manoi Owi, and only a young guy in his 30s, 7 kids and a wife, and he didn't come home the night before last, and they started looking for him yesterday morning, and someone found him face down in the rice field. The police have come and retrieved the body, of course, and they've said it was an M14. He was shot 6 times with an M14. Very sad story. No idea what was behind it, whether there was someone that had a grudge against him. It sounds like it was, when there was 6 bullets put into him. Just again, it drives home the dangers of being here in some places, and it can happen anywhere, as I've said on a previous video. Weapons are readily available here to any Filipino citizen. You just need to go through the due process and get yourself a license, and you can purchase fully automatic weapons, pistols, sniper rifles, anything you want is available here. And someone has a gripe with you, then you could be in big trouble. So again, I say, be respectful when you're in another country. Be careful what you do, who you piss off, because anything can happen. I'm surprised no one heard the shots, but no one knew where he was until yesterday morning. They went searching for him. So our condolences to Manoi Owi's family. It's a sad thing that there's 7 children left fatherless and a woman left husbandless again here in the Philippines due to the gun violence. It's a sad, sad thing. So I don't know why the video cut off, guys. I actually told you the story while I was out there in the rice field, and for some reason my camera decided to shut off, so I've clipped this in. And I think I mentioned on a previous video that Tess has been accumulating seeds to plant some stuff. So she got some seedling trays, came in the mail yesterday. So she's decided to dig up some dirt and get these seedlings planted. I said to her, why don't we just stop and buy some potting mix on the way at the hardware? No, it's okay, I'll just use the dirt out here. So it's good rich dark soil here actually. That's why everything grows so well and so fast out here. With a little bit of rain, everything just shoots up because the soil's so fertile here. It's a dirty job, but someone has to do it. And I'll tell you a little story about the mechanics here. Finally we got the right rear wheel bearing done, and that was the 4th mechanic I'd tried, and they all just kept overquoting me, and in the end I just said to Tess, just bite the bullet. They told me it was going to be 5k, 2,500 peso each side to replace the 2 rear wheel bearings. So that's in Masbate City. As soon as they saw me, the price went up. We got, just to give you an idea, I got Tess's sister, well actually her brother-in-law, Kuya Wendell. He went into Balut here and spoke to a young mechanic that I'd spoken to a few times. He's got a tyre vulcanising place here, and he's done a couple of tyres for me. Good guy, has never overcharged me. Kuya Wendell went in and asked him how much to do the 2 wheel bearings. 2k, 1k each side. There's your genuine price for replacing the wheel bearings here, not 2,500. So I couldn't, the way the wheel bearing was, it was so noisy and screaming. There was no way I was going to chance driving 75 kilometres on that wheel bearing here to Balut. We went to the mechanic that told us it was going to be 5k. And when we got there, I said to him, just replace one, Kuya, just the right-hand side, because that's the one that was noisy. So I waited till he finished the job and then negotiated with him on price. I'll give you 2k, is that okay? And in the end, he agreed and he accepted the 2k. So I paid 2k for one side, brought the other bearing with me. I'll get the guy here in Balut to do the other one. and it will only cost me 1k here, so it would be 3k. No, sorry, I apologize. 1k for both wheel bearings, 500 peso per side, and I'll get both sides completed for 2.5, which is still 1,250 per side, when I could have got them both done for 1,000. But that's life here in the Philippines. You really need to negotiate. If you can get Filipinos or Filipinas to confirm prices without them seeing a foreigner first, you will save yourself thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of pesos while you're here. I've had some places that will give me honest, genuine prices, but the majority, as soon as they see I'm a foreigner, they increase the price, whether it's by 50%, 100%, or 300%, depends on how greedy the person is. But they will always increase the price. You know, if I could have driven here with all the parts, I could have saved myself 4k to get it done here rather than in the city. But saving myself 2.5k, better than nothing. So I'll give this guy the work, and yeah, let that be a lesson to you. Always negotiate, and if you can get a Filipino or Filipina to confirm pricing first, do so, because it will be much, much cheaper. And the boys have just arrived and dropped another load of sands for us. We can get some more blocks made. Can't get white sand anymore. It's very, very difficult. We've got a couple of piles of white sand over here. You can't get white sands anymore. So this is the sand. No issue. It's good enough quality. In fact, it's probably better than the white sand. And it's morning tea time. So, or morning coffee time. The boys are having a break. Get some biscuits into them, cup of coffee, relax, then get back to it. So, over on our land, and Kuya Wendell has been busy slashing me a new pathway, a new road in here where we can get the trucks in easy to bring the hollow blocks and stuff over here, get the materials here to start building. I'm just parked here under the shade, and I want to check this out first. The ground, it needs to be scraped up properly and get any of those big rocks and any sharp trees that might be sticking out of the ground before they puncture one of my tires. But here, our rice fields were the last to be planted, but they've been done now, and I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's just a little green just starting to sprout now. So these are our rice fields here. These have only been planted for about a week and a half. So our rice fields are ready, set, go. This is the first time since we've owned the land that we'll actually be growing our own rice. So excited, happy days. Rice is life here in the Philippines. Kuya Wendell been busy moving the old blocks over here out of the way so we could drive back through here. So he's got them over close to the makeshift Filipino shed here. So what we're going to do now, the plan is, rather than stay in the city and just come out here camping to try and supervise with what's happening, we're going to slap some hollow blocks up around this and make a little room there that we can stay in and get ourselves out of the city and come out here and stay in the shed so that we can supervise the work that's going on for the house. So we're going to do an old school Philippines makeshift septic, which is done with old truck tires in the ground, just so we can put a toilet in, and we'll extend the walls out the sides here a bit and see if we can make it big enough to throw a bed and have a toilet and have a cooking space outside. So yeah, we're going to see if we can't turn this into a makeshift sleep out that we can stay in while we're here. So that's the new plan for now. Get out of the city, get out here and stay here permanently on site. So we're going to be 100% off grid as soon as we can get this knocked up. And as you guys saw in a quick video last week, this gravel here was all the stuff that was dug out of the ground when the boys made the well for us. This is all going to be spread out here on the ground, which is where the house is going to go. So we can use that as some of the base for the house. I want to build up the ground a little bit here, so it doesn't really flood here. It gets wet, but it gets muddy. So if we can build this up a little bit before we put the house on it, try and keep ourselves high and dry, and happy days. But the one thing that is annoying me is these red ants. My God, they're everywhere. I still need to kill them all off. Yeah, so I did mention security, which is one of the reasons we're going to block this shed up behind us. It was originally just going to be an iron shed, corrugated iron, and just put a door on it and keep some supplies and stuff here. But the change of plans is we'll stay in that, basically because I'll tell you another little story about what happened here. Again, it's to do with safety and guns. Last year we lost a 30,000 peso laptop when 3 masked gunmen kicked in the front door over at Mamang and Papang's house, thinking the foreigner was actually there when I wasn't. We were in the city, but they kicked in the door. Tessa's sister was due to bring the laptop to the city to us the following day. So had they arrived a day later, I wouldn't have lost my laptop, but the laptop was sitting there at the TV. They took the laptop. They took a few thousand peso off Mamang of cash that she had in the house. They don't keep a lot of cash, but the little that she had, they took. They took some cell phones and basically traumatized the whole family. As I said, guns are easy to get here. Automatic weapons, M16s, M14s, they're very easy to get here. So you really do need to be cautious. So the reason we've decided not to camp out here in a tent is that. Tess wasn't happy and with the security side of it. So I said, okay, if we hollow block this up and put some wire grills on the windows and the door, the same as they have over on the house, then she'll feel much safer. Me too, don't get me wrong. It's really, really worrying at times when you've got people like that running around that are prepared to just come and kick your door in, and no matter who's in the house, women, children, they don't care. They're just trying to get what they can get to survive. So the increase in the cost of living here has led to an even higher crime rate here. It's certainly not getting better. Thanks for watching the video today. Just an update on where we're at again, guys. Don't forget to check out the links in the description below. And if you haven't already, please smash that subscribe button down there in the corner. Really appreciate all the support from you guys. Thank you so much. And we'll see you on the next one. From an Australian in the Philippines, peace out.